What's happening? We tell y'all right now. I'm going live on Facebook and YouTube. YouTube for the first time. Hold up, make sure my connection ain't tripping, dog. There you go. Alright. Connection should be good. If you watching this, let me know if my connection straight. Cause this gonna be a long one. I ain't gonna lie to you. See one motherfucker that's happening. If you can see, if I ain't breaking up too bad, comment. Let me know something. I don't know if it's from YouTube or Facebook. Um, but bro, this nigga Terrance Howard, bro, fool card, bro. This nigga's the fucking fool card. And if you know what the fool card is, I'm not like too extensive in tarot cards, but I know the fool, right? A smart motherfucker can play dumb. And I ain't even saying play dumb if you watch the whole interview, right? Y'all need to watch the whole interview. You need to watch. If this shit break, fuck it. It's gonna be recorded, and put on YouTube. Anyway, I mean, download it and upload it again if I got to. But this nigga's a fucking genius, bro. So if you seen the title, obviously this nigga is not a clone. Just clickbait. Get your ass in here. But this nigga's a fucking. I'm impressed. Let's put it like that. I'm impressed. And the type of shit I be on, it takes some heavy shit for me to be impressed, bro. So what we're gonna do is get into this shit. You see right here, I got his website pulled up. Can I make this shit large so I can see my goddamn self? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like you see right here, this nigga got something called the linchpin. I don't even want to get ahead of myself, right? I got notes that I took from the whole damn show, from the whole interview, the whole 3 hours, about 2 days to watch it. I don't know what. You know what I might do? I might end. Let me get on Facebook and see if this shit. So if you watching this shit on YouTube, forgive me, or Facebook, or on a replay, forgive me, because I want to know if I'm breaking up bad. Facebook or on a replay, forgive me, because I want to know if I'm. Oh, I'm good. All right. So yeah, bro, this nigga Terrance Howard, bro, I took notes on this shit, bro. Same nigga that played DJ. I ain't never watched that other show, but the same nigga everybody say he played as Lucius, right? This nigga's very conscious. Obviously, because we already been seeing like the clips he got going around. The clips he got going around with him talking about the science and shit, like the shit that blew my mind. I'm like, bro, this nigga said, why I got that shit up there? This nigga said, hold up. This nigga said 1 times 1 is 2. And it's like, God damn, once you think about it, that shit make complete sense. How the fuck do you, because multiplication ain't nothing but add. How the hell can you add 1 and get 1? You know what I'm saying? Like that shit didn't make sense. And when he said it's like, damn, how the fuck I ain't think about that shit. So that's my excuse for not knowing all my timetables. That shit's stupid. That's my excuse for not knowing all my timetables, but that shit's stupid. And I had been seeing that. I'm like, bro, that's crazy, bro. A fucking actor is fucking debunking all this science. You know what I'm saying? That was just one aspect. I didn't really care to tap into more. But I seen clips of this Joe Rogan shit, and I already watched Joe Rogan show. He has some goddamn pretty impressive minds on this show. I've been watching it for a couple years, like the past 4 or 5 years. Not too recent though, right? So he get this nigga on there, bro. And this nigga is definitely tapped in, bro. That's all I gotta say. He's definitely tapped in, and I'm talking about conscious, right? What we consider as conscious, what we consider as conscious is awareness. This nigga is aware. And it goes all the way down to the point this nigga was aware in his mother's womb Once you watch the interview, the first thing he started off saying that blew my goddamn mind is he remember being in his mother's womb, bro. He remember being in his mother's womb. How many motherfuckers, bro? I think me and Trav had comment on one of my videos. He was just like, think about how limited human consciousness is. So in general, think about how limited, or not consciousness, but memory. Think about how in general our memory is limited. A lot of shit we don't remember. You know what I'm saying? But there are rare occasions where some people remember. They what's that shit called? Some people remember when they was in the womb. Some people remember they birth. He's one of them niggas who remembers his birth. I got no reason to not believe the nigga. I'm gonna put it like that. I got no reason to not believe the nigga, bro. Hold up. I got no reason to not believe the nigga after he showed the inventions that he got, like this one right here, the linchpin. And we gonna get into what the linchpin is and how I also got a connection to what he's saying about linchpins and how he ended up receiving this information, right? So this nigga got memories of his fucking pre-birth, pre-birth, the unmanifest. This nigga's got memory of of him in the unmanifest. Well, not necessarily the unmanifest, because he was manifested, but still pre-existence, nigga. This nigga got his own primordial existence remembered, nigga. He's talking about like how he was in that motherfucker. Remember his friend. He was talking about he remember seeing his friend. He didn't have a conscious name for it, but he knew that was his friend. And once he was born, he found like, oh, that's just my hand. Like my hand was my first friend type shit. Now, if you know anything about astro traveling or becoming lucid in your dreams, right? Becoming aware in your dreams, I've heard try to look at your hands. When you look at your hands in your dreams, you instantly become aware or in control of your dreams. This nigga did that shit in the womb. You see what I'm saying? Well, most of us, everything we remember about the womb is a fault. E- Even if it is a memory. You see what I'm saying? Even if that shit is a memory, you don't remember that shit. We don't remember that shit. That nigga's remembering that shit, bro. So that was the first prolific thing that this motherfucker said. Then you know he already well spoken. I'm like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? And so he goes further on into the interview, right? Hold up. Hold up, y'all. So he goes further into the interview, and after he talks about him remembering him having conscious awareness when he was in a womb, he then goes into why he's been doing what he's been doing with science, with shit, metaphysics, physics in general. Like why he's been doing it. He spoke, he said, hold on, because I got notes. He said he think basically previous lifetime, he would remember he was supposed to do this in his previous lifetime. But for whatever the fact, whatever the fact was in his past lifetime, he didn't do it. And he also spoke about like how he actually, and that would be cause and effect. That would be karma, right? He had to come back to finish his life purpose. He had to come back and fulfill what his soul was sent here to do on this plane, on this sphere. We're gonna get into some shit today, cause bro, everything I've been reading, bro, everything, especially we've been reading on Trav, you about the cosmic doctrine. You know what I'm saying? I didn't tapped into the some kid Darshan, talk with shooting. All this shit lines up, bro. All this shit lines up with what he's saying. So it's like I remember I was reading a Gore 2 book and it was speaking on like, hey, like whatever your guru telling you, if he tell you do this or this and that, you should be able to look through all the ancient texts around the world, around the globe, and you should be able to see an alignment in principle. You should be able to see an alignment in principle. If it ain't no alignment in the principle, you might want to double check who you learning from. His principles standing on what the ancients been said. The principles he got standing on whatever the ancients been wrote, bro. Whatever they wrote in stone, whatever they passed down through word of mouth. since they say that's how we pass this shit down. And so he felt like he resisted it in his past life. And he's been resisting it in this life. And he felt like that's why he went through the shit that he went through, especially like he's saying like the whole alleged abusive thing, which I don't even know nothing about. I don't remember none of that shit. What a woman say he abused her and all that type shit. He felt like that was just like basically like his higher self smacking his ass in place to get done to be done with that whole fucking actor shit. Cause look, this is the thing about it, bro. He spoke about him acting, which obviously we all know the nigga's a great actor, right? He spoke about how he had these dreams since I'm gonna get to the dreams, right? He spoke about how he was conscious in the womb, in his mother's womb, right? And how he remembered that his whole life, but you know, he grow up to be a regular nigga just like the rest of us. And I guess his big brother was an actor or was an aspiring actor, and he ended up saying like he did whatever he did to get the affection from his mother, become an actor. He became an actor because I guess his mother was big in supporting his brother in acting. So he did what he did with acting just to get the affection from his mother. So she can be like, "Yeah, I'm proud of you, Terrance. You know this, and this, and that. This, and that." He said, but the whole time in the back of his mind, he knew what his purpose was. You did what I'm saying? The whole time he knew what his purpose was, but he was running from it. He didn't want to do it. He was on some human shit, right? He was on some filling out the space in between of his destiny with the material world type shit, the superstar type shit. But he was only doing it to get affection from his mother. He wanted his mother to congratulate him, just like everybody in the world you already know. They tied to their family so goddamn tight that they won't fulfill their purpose, not realizing that their purpose is their purpose. Not what your family wants you to do. Want you to do. Not what your family wants you to do. What your spirit has been driving you towards since a youngin' is your purpose. Shit you probably do naturally that has come to you now. He ran from that. And as a result, he went through the shit that he went through. And I'm not saying this like on the outside looking in judging. This is what this nigga said. And I can correlate with that. I can relate with the fact that I did music and everybody want me to rap and make this type songs and make this type songs and keep going hard and keep doing this. It's like, bro, I've been knowing my purpose since at least 1998. I was 7, 8 years old. I've been knowing what it was, or been got first recollection of what it was. You see what I'm saying? I've been knowing what I was here to do. And that's this work that a nigga doing here now. Only difference is I'm just broadcasting it. I'm still using the throat chakra, no diddy. Still using the throat chakra to speak. Cause my music, I would say would have been mute would be meaningful music from my perspective. You know what I'm saying? So he ran from that the whole time. That was the problem. He ran from that shit the whole goddamn time. And like and he's breaking down with the universe, right? Because he was like, there's no straight lines in the universe. And he's breaking down like why science is fucked up. Why humanity is fucked up in a state of it's not in a line universe. The universe is full of curves. The universe has curves in it. The universe it has wave. When you look at waves of movements, right? And what we've been Zemkia Darshan, or what I've been bringing up in my last videos, or what we talk about with Shiva, right? The divine feminine aspect, divine masculine aspect is Shiva, the conscious awareness, the observer, the seer. Then you got Shakti, the feminine aspect, the moving aspect of everything, energy, pure energy, movement, creation. Out of movement, you get creation. And that's what he was talking about, resistance. He kept resisting it, right? And he breaks down, I don't know if he broke it down, but this is how we can break this shit down. He's talking about with the universe, with the same shit that we see in the ancient texts or metaphysics, right? Everything is cyclical. That's what he's talking about. Ain't no straight lines in the universe where they building shit on 90-degree angles, or 45-degree angle, whatever the fuck that shit is. He was breaking down like squares, like this box here, right? Like that ain't it. The universe is more like this shit down here, right? It's cyclical. However long, however big the circle, but he was breaking down like how basically. So if you look at his past lifetime that he spoke on, in his past life, he didn't fulfill the mission, so he came back again. When you come back again, there's a circle. Circle back around again. That's another life cycle. So now he's back another life cycle. Time he come back again and do the same shit again. It's a spiral. It's like the same way they break this shit down. Either Top would shoot it or Samkhya Darshan about. Oh no, matter of fact, this book here, the Cosmic Doctrine, how she breaks down how energy starts out in a straight line, but there's a slight pull of inertia universe, and it ends up. Oh, you can't see my hand, and it ends up going around and coming back like this. And when it comes back again, that's a cycle, nigga. That's how your life works. Cycles. You ever been in a relationship and you keep going through the same shit around the same time? Same shit, different setting. I went through that in a relationship. It's like, damn, every time we come back around to this time of the year, we go same shit. It's like we be good all these other months, and then this month, these 2-3 months come in, this shit just get like, what the fuck? So once you start picking up on the cycle, that's when you become conscious. That's when you become aware. That's what consciousness and awareness is. You done been through some cycles, and you go through them so much, you hit them again, you start remembering, like, hold up, what the fuck? And like it spoke into something Darshan book. The only thing that, to this level of wanting to know awareness is only those who have suffered enough and who suffered on three different totally different levels. We've suffered enough. Those conscious beings that this shit has been spoken to. We suffered enough through these cycles. And we sick of going through the fucking cycle. So the only thing to do is like, okay, stop. Wiggle with it. Yeah, stop. Wiggle with it. Nigga, stop, nigga. Focus your mind and figure out what the fuck is going on and get this shit down pat. Like, okay, what the fuck am I in? What is this existence? Why the fuck do I keep going through what the fuck I'm going through? Why do I keep having the same relationships? Different people, same relationships. Why do I keep doing the same shit with my money? You see what I'm saying? Why I keep going through the same shit? You see what I'm saying? These patterns. Like, why do you always react to shit like this? Why? I was talking to somebody the other day. It's like, talking to him, it's like, damn, you can peep motherfuckers' patterns, right? Because, like, why would a motherfucker be in defense? Why would a motherfucker be defensive about whatever the fuck they feel they need to be defensive about? Like, no, you got me fucked up. Why would a motherfucker be like that? They went through patterns. They went through cycles. It's cyclical. They went through cycles of certain trauma that made them react the certain way that they react. Cycles. This is what this nigga's breaking down. And we speaking on circles for a reason. This nigga got inventions. You dig what I'm saying? This nigga has inventions that he's talking about. It's like, obviously, what he's breaking down with this cyclical shit is when you go in, the path is met with resistance. You meet with resistance when you're not following your purpose. You get met with resistance when you're not cycle. You see what I'm saying? That ends up becoming a cycle. Against what the fuck? We gotta get out the cycles. How do we do that? Self-analysis. Watch yourself. Learn yourself. Pick up books on goddamn Carl Jung books on psychology. Pick up the books that I've been showing. Samkhya Darshan. Tower Shoot It. shadow work books, whatever the fuck the case may be. You have to self-analyze yourself, or you're gonna keep going through the same cycles. And you gotta analyze yourself without judgment. You just gotta learn how to be Shiva or Purusha, the observer. Like, that's interesting. Okay. Like the what's the name I did on ego magic or fighting your demons. The video I got on my YouTube. Look it up. My notes says fighting demons or ego magic. One of the two. You see what I'm saying? And is you know what I'm saying? You tap into these cycles and feel it and understand why you feel these certain emotions that you feel. And like I said, Terrence Howard is going through breaking shit down on what he went through. He's like, I have to do it in this life at all costs. I don't give a fuck. And that's what tip I'm on. Like the ones who want that tight tip, like at all costs. Not saying you can't live. Not saying you still can't click on Pornhub. Not saying you can't look at no ass and titties. Not saying you can't get no money. But what's more important? By all costs, this work you came here to do, it has to be done. Dig? So, all right. So he actually gets into this part of the dream, bro, which is fucking amazing. I part of the dream. It's part of the interview, and he get to talking about how he was having these dreams. Like dreams. Somebody else may be different, but dreams for me over the 2020 have been so fucking prolific, bro. So loose, and so like occultic in their nature, like the symbolism in my dreams, like real deal breakthroughs. Some dreams that I had in 2020, I'm just not breaking down in 2024 or getting the understanding of it. Then I get it the next day. It's understood. You did what I'm saying? But he's breaking down how he's having these dreams. And if you watch my other video with me and T, where we had a cult conversation where we talked about Sexy Red and the Drake Kendrick beat and all that type shit, all this shit from occult perspectives, we both showed you drawings of figures or symbols pulled out a dream state. I think T said his shit was more in like a meditative daydream state. Mine was in a real so-called sleep state. I was trying to come up with a sigil, and I read a book about sigils and didn't get none out of it. Fell asleep reading a book and woke up, and I came up with this. I came up with this, only to find out 7, 8 months later, it's in this book, The Cosmic Doctrine. What's the odds of that? What's the odds of that? And I want to bring that back. And so you can pull information from the dream realm. The same shit we believe Nikola Tesla was doing. Pulling out creations from the dream realm. This is what fucking Terrence Howard is saying he's doing. Terrence Howard is pulling information from the dream realm, the collective unconsciousness, and bringing that shit down and actually creating products with the shit. What? He's not conscious, is he? Fucking right he is. You just listen to the way he talk. Just listen to he ain't talking on no what's the name religious point of view, scientific point of view, cult shit, scientific. So turn out we have his voice. He had this dream. He was young. He heard this voice speaking to him, bro. Heard this voice speaking to him. And he followed that voice into a house. He then shit. Maybe I'm adding it. I don't know. But he ended up going into this fucking house, right? This nigga have a dream. He goes into this house. When he gets to this house, he sees this man. He can't see his face. He say, this man approach him and starts showing him all seen before. Shapes and symbols he never seen before. That's not what he's seen, but I'm telling you, shit ain't obviously look like somebody seen before, but at the same time, nah, it looks like a spiral, right? We seen spirals, right? But guess what? That's what he got in his dream. A spiral type of shape. Why? Type shapes. Well, my friend, if you look at the universe, it's spiral. What did I say? Shit in the universe works in cycles. Shit in the universe works in cycles. Terrence Howard goes in his dreams and get a cyclical type of figure from his dreams. This is what I got from my dreams. It's the same thing that's in this Cosmic Doctrine book that was wrote in 1924. Never read the book, never heard of it. Information in that motherfucker though. You see what I'm saying? On the same, pulling shit from the same places in the dream realms. He did the same shit, and he broke down. He was like, he seen these colors he never seen before. He seen this shape that was cyclical or spiral in his nature that he's never seen before. And he used to always think about that dream. He used to go back into that dream. He said he used to have dreams where he'd be like in the fucking classroom naked, and everybody be laughing, and he just become immediately lucid and be like, hold up, I ain't naked. This ain't real. This ain't run out the run out the classroom and go back to that mansion. And I'm guessing showing him more. Ain't no guessing what that was. He remember was the voice. He never got to see the face. Come to find out that voice that he heard when he was young, when he was it was himself. Now outlandish and far-fetched to a lot of people. But those who know, they know. This shit is reality. This shit becomes reality. Hold up. Hold up, y'all. I guess not. Because people probably is, but fuck it. So this nigga's getting information and created. You gonna see? I'm gonna pull it up, and he created shit dreams. He got information from his dreams and used it in Awakened, where it obviously put his and created. Oh, she's skipping and created certain technologies that he's got patent companies in the world is using his augmented reality pattern. He said, guess what? They using it wrong. They didn't try to slime my nigga out. They didn't try to slime my boy DJ and Lucius out. Cause they think he DJ and Lucius. Whole time this nigga's a fucking genius. Don't nobody want to take him serious. And I don't think it got nothing to do with him being black. I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't think it got shit to do with him being black. These people who created this educational system don't want their shit to be challenged. They don't want their shit to be challenged because they the ruling power right now. They stuck in their egotistical ways, which is why the universe or the current existence that we have on this planet Earth is fucked up. It's not in balance with the universe. But I guess it's, if you want, shit is playing out how it's supposed to play out. Know what I say? Shit playing out how it's supposed to play out. Men during these times to do shit and make a difference. They can kill me. He said he didn't give a fuck about none of that. Like, I ain't say he didn't give a fuck about motherfuckers so-called trying to come at him and, you know what I'm saying, erase him off the map. He didn't give a fuck. Basically, I said he didn't say it and then say he did say it. Basically, it didn't make no difference because this the work he came to do at all costs. He don't give a fuck about none of that y'all niggas talking about. You see what I'm saying? So, with that being said, God damn, what? Smoking that. God damn. But all right. So he drained he learned this shit, right? He learned this shit from the dreams and then brought into reality, then applied the intellect. He applied what we call the Ahamkara, right? What is the Ahamkara made of? It's the mind tool, right? He had to apply that. The Ahamkara is made up of the higher self intelligence. The higher self and intelligence. And what they call the manas. The process of thinking. He had to apply that. So even though he got shit from the subjective realm, right? Because it's still part of the creatures. The whole dream realm is still part of the so-called illusionary realm or prakriti that I've learned to start calling it now. He's pulling shit from there, and he still has to come back down here and use his intellect. his intellect to create the designs that he's creating. The same shit that they say Nikola Tesla was doing. You know what I'm saying? Say he was channeling though. Same shit they say Dion Fortune was doing. I mean, they say it's in a book. She was channeling this energy or this information. Basically putting that shit down and bring it to the physical, which is magic. Right? Niggas know. If you know, you know. And so the nigga received the blueprint. These designs he's sitting on since he was about 5, bro. This spiritual shit that he's been going through the whole time. We thinking this nigga's an actor. He's something else, but he's just fighting it. He's met with resistance. He's purpose with resistance. If you out there and you know what the fuck you should be doing, but you just doing some shit because society says this is what you should be doing, I know you being met with resistance. I know this because I went through this and I talked to other people who's going through this or went through this and they've been met with resistance every time. You're gonna be resistant regardless, but the resistance is gonna be so strong that it's gonna bring your ass back around in a loop de loop, in a cycle, and you're gonna try this shit. You ain't picking up what's been put down. That's why a lot of people's life may be hard. I know one thing. Once I stopped meeting shit with a lot of resistance, shit just started flowing to me. Shit just started flowing to me after I stopped meeting shit with a lot of resistance. My ego is trying to tell me, no, we got to do this. No, we got to do that. And that's all based off of my culture. That's all based off of my upbringing. You see what I'm saying? That's all based on what my parents thought and they parents thought and my friends' parents thought my friends got from their parents and my friends got from their other friends. A whole ecosystem of thought forms that was built into what I thought I was. But there was always the action or the notation of that just came naturally. Motherfuckers always called me with problems. Not saying this in a negative way, like, bro, why they call me problems? I love to help. I love to help. No, nigga. A psychological level. You see what I'm saying? And it was good practice for me. And luckily, okay, my past like it's crazy because it brought me to a school of arts and science. I went to arts and science school. Street nigga, but I went to the arts and science school. And one of the prime things that I noticed though, that I noticed that I got from there nowadays that I'm picking up on is what? We had seminar. When you in seminar, you gotta shut the fuck up and let the other person art piece or what or one discussion voice their opinion. Some people couldn't get past the fact of just defending their opinion. And I learned how to take my personal opinion out of it. You see what I'm saying? And look at it from another point of view. But still be able to express my point of view. So that helped me. That helped me in the real world. Their mom's on drugs. I got friends who that we was all in the street, but some nigga situations may be worse than ours. And these street, the killers, the tough niggas, the rah-rah niggas, the knuckle draggers, the gra-gra niggas, like them. They ain't showing that side to everybody else. They come to me though. We had these heart-to-heart conversations. That's why it's certain niggas in the street who fought with it on that level. And it's just even better that I became into this occult shit, that I came into a spiritual shit, because now I see shit from my perspective was here then, right? Now this shit up here somewhere. It's still room to grow. Up here somewhere. You get what I'm saying? So the shit cycles. You see what I'm saying? The shit working cycles, same shit, different level. If you can think about a spiral, it spirals up. It can spiral up, right? So, Okay. Boom. See, like on this book, see how the spiral, like right here is the same point. Right here is the same point. It's one line all the way down, right? But you're going in a spiral. So every time you come around, or every time you come around, can't get the little what's a minute. But every time you come around again, you hit this same little line point. If I had a pen, I do got a pen. Can't show because it's 3D, bro. I don't know how to pinpoint it out to you if you're not in my face, and I'm trying to do the best way on camera. So at this point right here, and then it comes all the way down. Or fuck it, you reach every time you reach this in a cycle, you get tried again. You see what I'm saying? You get tried. You stay on that same little spiral until you get it. Then you go up again, and then you try it again. Now it's on a different level. It's on a different degree. Different degree now. The pressure has changed, right? The pressure has changed. So if you're going through the same instance or the same situations in a different pressure, which would be what? How people fucking relationships, same relationships, different people. You're going through the same shit in a different degree. This person's different. You probably got a new house, probably got a better job, or probably don't have a better. Different factors into this cycle, into this cyclical cycle over lifetimes though. See why the nigga Penny was said, I'm not coming back to this motherfucker. How to die and not come back because you doing it to get the lesson. And some people just don't get it. They ain't suffered enough yet. You see what I'm saying? The ones who suffered enough pay attention to shit like this. It can pick up on shit like this. So that's what we going with it today. What else he say? Yeah, like he said, he did the acting shit just for his mother's affection, right? But subconsciously, he already knew what he was supposed to been doing. It's the shit that he just shocking everybody. Shocked me. Like he said, he saw in his dreams it was a circle or spiral like form of the periodic table. Let's pull that up. Let's get nasty with it. Let's get nasty with this shit. That's his website, and we're gonna come back to that. Right? We're gonna come back to that. This is gonna be a long one. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, come on, man. Cause I want to pull up that periodic table. Hopefully y'all can see the damn screen. Let's see. Oh, y'all can't. Sure can't. Hold up. Hold up, y'all, cause I don't think y'all can see the screen. And then this shit acting slow as hell, bro. I wanted to share a window. Motherfucking see what I've been looking at back there. See porn. Hold up. Let's see. All right. I think type shit, but it say record it and it won't be choppy. I ain't going no goddamn well. Don't you worry. Be in here today. Today. I guess it was showing, but why it ain't showing up here though? Alright. What's this nigga name? it showing? Screen still ain't popping up, bro. Walter Russell. All right. I'm like, this nigga can't spell Russell. Fuck you. We finna get into it. Talking that shit. Now, this is the shit he seen in his dream. Makes sense. Cause why? What did we just finish talking about? The universe is cyclical. If you know what the periodic table is fucking. Let's get this colorful one. The periodic table is Terrence Howard broke down like how all these motherfuckers actually have correlation with each other. And they treat some of these elements like they separate from each other. They be the same elements, just difference is the pressurized zone that they exist in. Dr. Phil Valentine given a third density. So the level of density, which means the level of pressure, nigga, like the levels of the ocean, they work in different pressures. So these elements in different pressures exhibit different states of existence. Look, look, this shit, they already got one. They already got a whole blog pulled up. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go too far in this way, but if you look up to Russell's periodic table, you do some justice. Hopefully, let me make sure this shit showing on the goddamn screen, bro. God, all right, it's showing. All right, I see y'all back there. So it's actually a spiral. What have I been showing you? Coming to me in the dream. Spirals. Last October, November. Whenever Brother Penny, we doing spirals. Why? The universe is spiral. The universe is cyclical. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, I'm looking at my shit from a 2D dimension, right? If I'm looking at it from a two-dimensional dimension, from the other perspective, like it was flat. Hold up. Make sure I can see my goddamn self. Like, and it's poking out like this. You see what I'm saying? That same spiral, how would I look? I'm looking at it from like over top when you're looking at it like this. So what about if it's on this? What if it's ejected up like this? Like a whole coil. You see what I'm saying? Maybe you get totally different from it. And then what if you looking at it from a side point of view, right? You maybe get something like this over here. You see what I'm saying? So it's all about perspective. One way, you get one thing. You look at some another way, you get another thing. That's what I was just talking about with the whole thing about me being in an arts and science school. And I was able to get shit from different perspectives. I was always meant for this shit. I was always meant for shit, bro. I remember in '98 when my grandfather died. My granny was still alive, bro. And she told me, "Oh, I ain't gonna have no daddy no more. I ain't gonna have no daddy no more. You still got your dad. You gonna always have your dad." I'm about 7 years old. I don't metaphysical. I never heard this concept that energy can't be destroyed. It can only be transformed. Never heard that shit before. I'm 7 years old. Where the fuck did that come from? And I'm looking at me like, And like her tears dried up. How the fuck did I know that I was always meant for this shit? But I ran from it, going through the streets. But I'm not saying I definitely appreciate everything that I've been through in the streets. But insight and perspective. Because when you come up in the streets, so called, that's one of the, you know what I'm saying, the roughest, most pressurized environment. You see what I'm saying? One of the most pressurized, you know what they say about diamonds. So my mind had to be me more for me to come into what I've come into now. I fully start to accept now. This is what a nigga supposed to be doing. This is what a nigga supposed to be doing, right? So this is what the nigga got in his dream. And this is like the basis of all, one of the bases, and I'm paraphrasing, one of the bases of his invention that he's created, because he got some shit that actually benefits you humans, right? Let's see what else I got on here. Yeah, so yeah, I don't want to say that. He was saying like, yeah, certain. You see what I'm saying? This thing is about balance. You got one side, then you got another side, and if they find it, they balance each other out and create some form of harmony. He was speaking about like how fucking chlorine. If you get out, he said you get out the pool from swimming and you itching, and you and it got chlorine that's got you itching, just take some natural salt, some natural sodium, and rub it on your skin. They said it naturally turns into an oil. This is the same nigga who's like, hey man, yeah man, who trying to give his CD to damn bro. I forgot a lot of parts of Hustle and Flow, but I need to go back and watch. This what this what he said, right? So university, let me get back. Hold up. No, don't end it. I just want to stop sharing. Fuck. Oh, the nigga end up talking about like how the universe works and how these fucked up ass scientists that base money, education, the way we sleep, the food we eat, all that shit off of these straight lines in the universe, right? If you can see the image I'm making, right? The straight lines in the universe, what they look like a cross, don't it? Man, right? A fucking cross. And they in the because he's speaking on the church, the Catholic Church to be more specific, right? And how they were pushing an agenda with these straight lines, but he's like, there are no straight lines in the universe. You can't find no straight. It don't produce straight lines in the universe. What did he say? He said everything is expressed in motion. Now this is where it goes back to the same Vedic shit I've been studying. That's what I'm all this shit that he taught in the ancient shit, bro, says everything in motion. These are his words. This scientific terms to everything that is expressed. It's expressed in motion. So when you express yourself, you have emotion, right? So everything is expressed through motion. Darshan say the expression of motion is. They gave it a name, a humanized name, prakriti, creation. It's an expression of consciousness. Well, let's not go that far yet, right? Let's not go that far yet. It's expressed in waves. The particle wave theory. When they observe it, it turns into waves. When they don't observe it, it's particles. Kind of like how when you play a game, or like how everything behind me, since I'm observing it through the camera, I can see it. Like how they play in the granite Grand Theft Auto game. Like when you facing one way and you hear him turn around, the game start glitching. Like behind you, just a whole bunch of gray space and areas, just particles. It's just particles. Then when they observe, it turns into waves, and these waves create the image that you see. Video start pixelizing that type shit. Right? He says everything's expressed in motion. The Vedic text called Prakriti, right? Everything that has motion down here in this whole fucking existence that we can ever exist in the universe, period, is a feminine principle. And we're not talking about women type feminine, right? We are talking about motion, an expression of even to express is an action, and actions come out of prakriti, the feminine energy, right? All motion is expressed through waves, right? All waves have what? Curves. This is what he's talking about. There's no straight lines in the universe. Terrance, there are no straight lines in the universe, and all the ancient checking out. If you just tune in, that's what I'm saying. Motion, and then you got waves, and waves comes with curves. Joe Rogan like, yeah, but what if you can draw a straight line out with like a with a ruler on a piece of paper? You're like, that shit is an illusion too. A whole bunch of little lines. You're gonna see waves. Still, ain't no straight lines. Every action has an opposite and equal reaction. What is that? Everything he just explained right there is what is explaining about Prakriti in Samkhya Darshan. Everything has an opposite and equal reaction. What is that? Cause and effect. Everything, every effect has a cause, right? That's the mathematic principles, but it's the cause is already packaged up. The effect is already packaged up in the cause. They not sold separately. They come together. And certain causes have potential for more effects in the unmanifest, in the sense of before it even comes into existence. Before that's all. Before a pencil even comes into existence, right? The tree already exists. So the pencil exists inside of that tree that's sitting outside that hasn't been chopped down, and nobody even thought about chopping down to create a pencil with it yet. That's just representation we're gonna use. That's the unmanifest. So the cause, maybe you wanting to be able to write, and you figuring out and creating something that you want to be able to write with, like, damn, you know what? I can use a tree. And the effect is already inside of it too. The effect is already inside of it. But you just don't have to cut a tree down to make that. Not the only thing you do. It has a multiplicity of effects. So it can become the basis of what you build your house on. Like it said in the book, it can become a table. It can become the back of a brush, become a backwood, so you smoke your dope. A lot of causes have a lot of potential effects. And it speaks about in here about how you get find the right potency of a cause to get the potent effect. Maybe saying it backwards, but to get the desired effect. This is how you manipulate the universe and get what you want. This is science on magic, because magic ain't nothing but cause and effect. You do certain everything Terrence Howard said was checking out. Everything that I'm reading, the cause and effect, right? What he done? What he say? The greater the reaction. This is all cause and effect. Everything we just said about cause and effect. The greater. This is Terrence Howard's quoting. I'm not sure if he's quoting it from other scientists or not, but he's a prolific mind to me now. So maybe this is his original words. It don't matter because it's still standing true. The greater the action, reaction, the greater the curvature. We talking about going in cycles. The universe goes in a cycle. The planets goes in a cycle. The sun goes in a cycle. The cosmos goes in a cycle. And we're gonna pull that up. Cosmic Doctor. We ain't done. We're gonna be here for a while. Hang on. Tuck your pussy. Put your balls in your pocket. The greater the resistance, the greater the curvature. This is exactly what she's talking about inside the cosmic doctrine, where she's talking about this right here. Matter of fact, because I draw it down, this shit damn near sigil to me now. God damn, that shit showing up backwards, bro. It's upside down anyway. Oh, it was upside down. Right here, she calls this the ring cosmos, where it goes left to right, and it's spinning cyclical like a vortex. Hence, what came to me in my dream, vortex. It's spinning, and it creates something in that middle. How did I put it all the way up there? Get closer. The goddamn camera, bro. You see that middle point right there? It creates a vortex. And while it's doing that, what is it doing? It's creating mass in the middle of it. And when it's creating mass in the middle of existence, and then you have that spinning cyclical. Matter of fact, both of them got to spin, right? But I'm just showing it to you in stage. And they call it cosmos is evolution, growth. You know what I'm saying? With new shit. And a new shit only comes from what? When you get contracted into a space. He's breaking that down as electricity. We'll get to that though. New shit only comes like a diamond comes out of so suppose, and it has to get contracted. It has to get pressurized for it to evolve into something new. Something has to get pressurized, put under a certain amount of pressure to evolve and become something new. Evolution. Ring cosmos. Terrance Howard saying the same shit. Next one. Ring chaos. It spins up and down. It spins up and down, and what it does, it pulls shit. It's pulling shit closer to the edge of existence. Terrance Howard. And we have proof from other sources. Proof. People proof. But the opposite way. The chaos is pulling out the other opposite way. This is contracting, pulling in, getting to the middle. And this one out here is fighting to pull shit closer out, away from evolution, what they call de-evolution. Right? And then you get something at the edge, nigga. The edge. Can you see it? And it's called the ring past not. You can't go past that. Nothing ain't going past that. You go past that, that's outside of existence. That's what unmanifest. But things do make it out there. Shit do make it out of there. And they got me one. I don't even want to go that far yet. I don't want to go that far yet. So, but this is how the first ring started, because the first ring cosmos started going in a straight line, but it was met with some inertia. And what it started doing, turning. And now we coming back around again. Boom, at that same point we started it again. Keep going again. 1 evolution, 2 evolution, 3. Same shit. Conditions may change though. You see what I'm saying? Everything this nigga's saying and this shit is checking out. Everything he's saying and this shit is checking out. I don't know what you niggas thinking about. I know what you niggas doing. But these is the levels niggas like me is thinking on, like, how the fuck does this existence work? And you feel you can work your existence, your reality. This is why this shit is important. This shit ain't just some cool shit to do and sound smart. Because there's plenty of words in here I don't understand. kind of smart to you. I'm about having breakthroughs on my own spiritual journey. You don't have to watch me. You don't have to learn shit. You don't have to read a book. You can tell yourself you got all the universal knowledge inside of you, which you do. But how you change your reality with it is different. We gotta go through the shadow work. We gotta go through the self-analysis. Or we're gonna keep going through the same cycles. We're just gonna be smarter. The goal here is not to get smarter. The goal here is to transform into something new on the mental level, on the mind level, on the buddhi, what they call the buddhi index. The buddhi itself, the reflection of Purusha. Purusha is the individual soul, and it has a reflection, the highest point, the crown chakra, and you niggas will talk about, right? It's all cyclical because so yeah, so this nigga starts saying that like the more resistance, the more you resist, basically, you know what I'm saying? The greater the resistance, the greater the curvature. The greater that cycle your ass gonna go through around the next time, and it's gonna be even worse because you ain't getting what the fuck your higher self or God or Jesus, whatever you want to call it, is trying to tell you. You ain't getting it. You hard headed. You don't want to learn. You don't want to grow. You want you want conformity. You want to be comfortable. Everybody knows growth doesn't happen when you comfortable. This ain't that. This ain't that. And we so yeah, so the pool will bring you back into something cyclical, right? And because I'm reading my notes that I took, right? So going back and forth, and that's what it is. And we're gonna read some shit at the Cosmic Doctrine that he was talking about. He didn't say he got it from the Cosmic Doctrine. I don't think the nigga ever read the book, but it lines up with what's going on in the Cosmic Doctrine. All right. And I'll put page 92. Okay, so we talking about cyclical, right? In going through certain stresses, right? Like I said, like okay, so here, right? Talking about how the universe works in a cyclical manner, right? Spirals, circles. And you every time you come around to a birthday, that's a new cycle, whatever, or the planet's in retrograde in this cycle. All these cycles that we go through this year and then break up with them because it was too heartbreaking to get around and get to another relationship, and it's the same shit, just a different pressure, just a different person, different body, different city, maybe. But these cycles keep coming around. But guess what? This same cycle is expressed in the universe. It's put under certain stresses or certain pressures, and it's revisited again. Different degree of awareness, though, right? You're supposed to. That's how we supposed to be living. Let's see what it says in the Cosmic Doctrine. Don't worry about it if you don't understand everything. You just want to make the point because this is some real dense ass shit. Dense as far as subject matter. God damn. Good ass book. The unifying of the divine sparks into a group consciousness gave rise, as aforesaid, organization atoms of their attendant atoms into corresponding geometric form. Listen, geometrical. Talking about after the dispersal of the atoms, the archetypical form remains. The archetypical form remains after the dispersions of the atoms. So after the atoms that's forming this geometrical shape, they in the middle, they in a center. After they leave, eating bones on the inside is gone, but the form still remains. Think about some planets that so supposedly other beings used to live on, but they just big gas giants now. Bring it up, bring it up. Archetype of the archetype form remains. Of described. This form is a miniature of the logos. So why do you think planets? The logos is the sun. So why do we think DNA structure, for lack of better terms, right? Under that aspect in which it is presented to its universe, that it hold up, where am I at? This form is a miniature reflection of the logos under that aspect in which it is presented to its universe. That is to say, a system of stresses. The universe ain't nothing but a system of stresses. What did I say? You go through these cycles with your boyfriend, girlfriend, or your job, or just life in general. Like, damn, why I keep doing this? You are in a system of stresses to build you up to evolve to something else. Check this out. This system of stresses organizes the atom of into its framework, and this equips itself with a definite form or definitive. It's a into a definitive form. Still say definitive. There will then exist, in addition to the evolutionary swarm of divine sparks. We kind of equated divine sparks to like spirit with a spherical body built on a framework of stress. The whole planet, its shape is built up off a framework of stresses. So something has compressed this shit, stressed this shit out to the point it took this shape, or this planet that we call it. While you take your shape, your mind takes its shape, your your personality takes its shape. You see what I'm saying? Your reactions and emotions takes its shape based on a amount of stresses that you've been through in your life. Hence the reason why you are the way you are. And this planetary spirit will be profoundly imbued with a type of activity in organization that was a characteristic of the swarm phase of this evolution when they occupied the. So it picks up the personality of the ones of these atoms that occupied this space when his spirit was there, when his sphere was embodied by these atoms, right? So now these atoms are gone, it still has the same personality. So now that you outside of that environment that you were in, that coming from the streets and still and certain type of stresses, I still have them personalities or those behaviors I once had. The goal to it off. You see what I'm saying? And I'm breaking it. When the next, check this out. I guess I really just fuck it. I'm gonna just see what this shit talking about though. I was really just breaking that shit down to bring this shit back around town. What Terrance Harris was talking about, how the universe is cyclical. Everything is cyclical. Ain't no straight lines. Time is obviously not linear. It's cyclical. I just broke it down. How fucking time is fucking cyclical. Spiral, circular, spherical. The next one comes, they find that when the souls plane comes to that phase, they find that to the planetary spirit, which is the Lord of that sphere. So this expression that we were just talking about that existed in that sphere, when the next motherfuckers come in, they gonna take the same energy of the spirit or the same attitude that the ones had before, because it is influence their own. They will therefore find ready made the conditions which their predecessors had to evolve, and they will start from there upon their own evolution. Hold up. This nigga, this nigga, see, I may be going out of order on my notes, but fuck. So the next one, right? This nigga broke down how the sun, how the planets move 0 point every year away from the. Now, this lines up with what she's talking about in the cosmic doctrine, because these atoms that she's breaking down, these atoms can be broken down as the atoms in your body, because we talking about as above, so below. These atoms can be broken down, atoms that's in your body, atoms that exist in everything in existence down here, and then the actual planet is an atom. Then the actual universe can be an atom. Then our actual cosmos can be an atom. I'm not losing you niggas. You niggas can figure it out, right? I know you niggas smart. I know you niggas and bitches smart. I know you smart. I know you smart. That's why you got money, because you smart. Right? So if these things can exist, because this is what we have to look at, right? Because we're talking about evolution. Try to give it to your best way. That's on that page, because I'm go back off the page. So remember, I broke down past not the cosmos and the ring past not. Right? You see that cross right there, right? It looks like a cross, but it's cyclical. It just depends on your perspective. You see what I'm saying? It's actually two circles. Where? Over here. That's it, cuddled in. And then that's the ring pass, not the extra out of there. And then you got the ring cosmos, the ring, and then a ring cosmos spinning. Everything nigga they spinning. They spinning, nigga, they spinning. So he talked, Terrence Howard actually said about how the planets actually moving away from the sun. Right? This is what he actually said. Here we go. All right. He said electrons are the discharge electricity waste coming from the earth and the sun, and it hits the magnetic field, right? And then it's pushed back to the center and compressed and turned into electricity and pushed back out towards the equator, and it repeats the same cycle. What that just said with the ring cosmos, ring chaos spins this matter, it's creating a vortex, so it's creating this other one that goes up and down around it. And I told you that motherfucker pulls shit out. It pulls shit out to the edge, right? It pulls shit out to the edge. And what's the edge? Here's the edge right here, the ring past not. The ring, whether he's saying that or not, whether he's read this or not, this shit still reigns. Principle still reigns true in this shit. Fortune breaks this down also, right? So I want a better picture. Let's see if she got a better one in here. Okay, this might be the best one we can get. This might be the best one we can get. Right? See this? God damn it, bro. Oh, man. I'm trying to get the best picture I can give y'all, bro. Damn it. Page again. So it gets a clear. Okay. Okay. All right. See, and when I said I came up with my shit and my dream, this is the same shit. Same shit. Not exactly, but it's the same shit. Spiral with the angles pointing on the inside with that middle point. I can't make this shit up, y'all. I can't make this shit up. And guess what? It's tangential angles. Wait till you see what the fuck Terrence Howard calls his shit. Come on, bro. Nigga can't make it up, bro. Niggas out here tapping into shit, man. Niggas out here tapping into some shit. All right. So this right here should remind you, right? You got 12 going all the way around, right? You got 12 different angles. But on these angles, you have seven different planes of existence, planes of pressure, planes of evolution, right? Remember that sign. You're gonna have to keep it in your head because goddamn it, I can't keep going back, right? And look, and like okay, he said electric waves coming from the earth and the sun, and it hits our magnetic field, and then it's pushed back to the center. So it tries to go out there to the ring pass knot, which I just showed y'all up there with my finger at over here. It tries to go out, then it gets pushed back to the center and turned into electricity. Electricity then pushed back out to the equator. Repeat the cycle. It repeats the cycle. So this is a closer picture of what I just zodiac signs. So it's 12 other angles. Imagine it's 12 other angles just like this. So inside of that, different levels of evolution of an atom. Pick up what I'm putting down. Like I told you, an atom can be represented as a planet. And it can also be represented as a universe inside the cosmos. The universe is a smaller version of the cosmos. The universe is a miniature version of the cosmos. Right? So he said moving down here, middle point to the sun. Now, these planets vary phases. You see? These move up different evolutionary phases, which will represent why certain planets are out and ones are certain closer. Certain planets have evolved already to a certain point. Hold up. And this is what Terrence Howard did. The sun moves here. He said he did the math on how the planets actually move in each other's place. So, damn, moves in so many places. So once this planet moves from this sphere, he moves up here, and this planet moves from there and goes up here. But what ends up happening is, once he hits the end, what did he say do? It comes back. It comes back. Again, repeat the cycle. Now it's going to another angle. See what I'm saying? And then it's gonna come back down again, hit the middle again, then pop it, go to another angle. Same shit he's saying. Same shit he's saying. Now, what I put in my notes is identical. What the unfortunate was saying about the atoms moving along the planes and interacting with the ones before it. We pick up a little information because what? Damn, I read the book. I forgot the part, but was it not? Oh shit, let's see this. She said about that confirms what he was saying. The relationship of the seed atom, the traveling atom, in the 7 shells are complex and must receive further elucidation before we proceed. Okay, hold up. The traveling atom, not of the logos, but the cosmos, is actually the sun. Because you know what? Terrence Howard was saying the sun is the producer of the planets. It's ejecting. And that's what he was saying about what the planet does with electricity. It ejects the electricity at the equator. He's like, what happens when you get old? Your stomach gets wider and you expand at the equator. He's saying the sun is doing the same thing. The unfortunate, the sun is actually not of the logos, but of the cosmos. So the atoms that she's talking about actually comes from the cosmos. The sun is only a part of this universe. The sun is actually a reflection of cosmos or the great entity that the unfortunate breaking down. I don't have a lot of time on it to y'all because this shit is deep with that, but just stick with me, bro. I promise I'm gonna lead you right. It is thus at the same time more primitive and closely related to the ultimate source of existence than a projection of the logos could be. So these atoms that she's talking about is actually before the sun was created. Hold up. I don't okay. I said read this, but so I'm trying to figure out why. The logos, which is the sun, projects the general framework of forces and phases which condition the universe as a whole. It produces certain phases and conditions. Phases and conditions happen in cycles, cyclical. The universe, Terrance Harris said, the universe has no fucking straight lines. It's all cyclical. The cosmos atoms are really younger brethren of logos, cosmic units themselves that have not reached the development of the logos, which have not reached the development the logos has reached, but are of the same type. Why you hear niggas talking about they gods? Where that shit come from? She breaking this shit down in this. We ain't reached that level of evidence, right? That's what niggas say. We know we gods. It's in the Bible. Ye are God. Is it not written in your law that ye are gods? Are that level of evolution? We actually come before the logos, the sun. But we going through a level of evolution, cyclical, through cycle to evolve, right? The development which the logos has reached, but are the same type. Therefore, each atom of a logoidal universe is, for this reason, a potential divinity. A potential. Let's get back to my notes. I don't want to run through all that shit and get y'all that. So, right? No, fuck that. I ain't done because there's some more shit on page 102. Fuck y'all talking about. I don't want to hear that shit. You want to watch it? Don't. Come back. This one I'm at 102. Like I said, say it again. Terrence Howard is on some shit. So now, this is my interpretation of what if it should have said in the descriptions like is he in alignment with what the unfortunate called the lords of flame? Cause she get break down like something like the man, the Lord, and the lords of fire, and I think it's about like four of them. In particular, she how the lords of say geometrical patterns in the evolvement of more of the physical aspect versus the evolvement of the mind. Obviously, you're gonna have to have a different type of mind to bring into talking about. He's bringing this is pulled from the fucking dream realm, right? Let's see. Hold up. The laws of form the swarms pass on. When she talking about swarms, she talking about swarms of atoms, right? And they get conditioned, right? It's just like being in school, right? You're a swarm class of '09, you know what I'm saying? You go through the school, you get conditioned at the school, or you get learned and educated. You get put under a certain level of stresses, right? To you so you can evolve and go to the next grade. Thus the swarms pass on. The lords of flames, leaving behind the galvanic of all types. Check this out. The laws of form, leaving behind them a sediment of atoms which are built into great spherical shells. We're gonna get to his inventions, bro. And everything he talking about got something to do with spheres, circles, spherical shit is what Terrence Howard is tapping into. Behind them, a sediment of atoms which were built into great spherical shells by the gas. So a certain God damn. So that each plane is dominated by a set of galvanic stresses which develop into a planetary spirit. Certain stresses you go through put you in a certain cycle and gives you a certain spirit or a certain energy or a certain aspect or personality or persona about yourself. This shit is happening in the cosmos. This shit is happening in the universe. This shit is happening with the planets. This shit is happening with you. You got to see how your story plays out on a cosmic, on a universal, on a micro and macro scale. This is what we talking about here. Somebody gonna pick up what I'm putting down from this motherfucker. I'm gonna keep rolling. This might be a 4. Motherfucker, get ready, nigga. Get ready. Take me a water break. So, I want y'all to understand it. This technology, these designs that Terrence Howard has actually, matter of fact, let's do this while I'm gonna go back to that page though. That Terrence Howard has actually got the patents on that when you see people using Apple Vision Pro, the augmented reality, yeah. Thank Terrence Howard for that, buddy. Oh man, my window closed. Thank Terrence Howard for that. Because Apple, all the big companies that's using augmented reality are using his patented design. He said, but they trying to cross me out because they ain't even using to its full potential. Matter of fact, they using it the wrong way. And if they want to link up, he still ain't mad. If they want to link up, let's do it. Let's do it. Because this shit ain't for me. This shit for everybody. His patterns actually go along with the world. Right? And matter of fact, probably all up in what that nigga looking at. What's on here? Probably got a back there. Nigga seeing it. There's the reason I'm bringing this up. Hold up. I'm about to see that shit. I'm over here faking like y'all don't know. All right. This nigga, everything he has created, let's make sure. I don't want to show. Boom, share. Let's see. All right. We done. We getting down and dirty. DJ Dirty Laundry. If you from the city, you know. Everything Every design that this man has pulled up, and we're gonna pull up his website too. Let's go on and pull it up. Let's go on and get this shit going. Terry linchpins. This nigga Terry. This nigga Terrance. That nigga Terry. My nigga T. Real occult nigga. All right, I guess we can let that shit load. But everything that nigga created, right? He said everything we using straight lines. We get met with resistance. We get met with resistance. I'm trying to find the view, y'all. Fuck it. Stock image. Let's see. I should probably move. Man, come on, bro. Give me the whole picture. We need to get up close with this shit. So this is the very basis the universe is built off of. I'm pretty sure you can watch more videos. See, like right here, the profound meaning of the flower. This nigga. Let's make sure we seeing me though. All right. This nigga has based his designs for like these parts right here. He said actually these little what's the names right here, these little triangle looking type things, and you see that space in between them right here and right there too. That little space. See, like you can get lost in that shit just looking at that shit. God damn, that shit seen to another dimension. Them little spaces right there is what he based his design off of. He said that's actually basically like the latent space in between the in between bubbles, in between spheres. Going around that, you can actually use that to your. Let's get to the page. Check out my nigga right here. These right here. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. Let's go through it. Let's go through it. If I can get my this nigga based all his designs off the flower of life, that little latent space in between. Why my shit keep playing like that, bro? Well, we might not be able to do it if it's gonna do shit like this. This is Terrence Howard's website. It's called Terry's Lynch Pins. He how gravity is just an effect, not a cause. He proved that gravity is not real. Now, if you want to fight this, fight your mama. Don't fight me. He's saying it's actually electricity and magnetism. Electricity contracts. Well, let's look at that. What did we say about the ring cosmos? It's contracting. When it contracts, it creates matter. And magnetism, they have you thinking that magnetism it contracts towards it, but that don't make sense because if you put magnifying glass up against something, what does it do? It expands. It expands. Man, bro, it just won't. It won't let me stop on one fucking page. Let's get to this right here. How he says actually gravity There ain't no gravity.
I have two groups of vortexes, which are just like tornadoes. Tornadoes.
Damn, I don't know if y'all can hear it.
Pointing towards the center. So I highlight this object here. You can see it, that yellow line. And so there's a bunch of those in there. There's actually 16 of them. Now I'll highlight them all. There. Just so you can kind of see a little bit there. So they're all pointed towards the center, but they're arranged in what we call
those are vortex
configuration. I want to pretend like you never heard of that before.
They're talking about lynch peas.
So there's one on the top, and then three in groups of three around that are spaced apart. And the tilt of these ones on the bottom here is 109.5 degrees in relationship to the top ones. They're creating this flat space on the top and the bottom. And they're spaced at 120 degrees radially. And then inside the model is three groups of particle systems with known masses up to 1,000 pounds, from 2.2 pounds to 1,000 pounds. And there's no gravity whatsoever in this model. There's no center attractor.
Check this out. Some kid Darshan, they're breaking down how there's always three gunas: Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. Rajas is action, movement. Sattva is harmony, pleasurable state. You got Tamas, a dormant state, inertia, movement. It don't want to move. Resistance, nigga. It's resistance. It's right here with the shit that Terrance Howard is fucking breaking down. Everything this nigga is saying is checking out with the ancient text. Let's continue.
So it's just vortexes and two magnetic fields, a north and a south polarity. The field in this region here where these vortexes are pointed, so it kind of just oscillates to give it a little bit of randomness in motion so that the particles will kind of interact and bounce around like smoke or water, waves and water. And then when I hit play, it does it all by itself using simulation. So there's no animations in this model. And when I play it, this is what pops out.
Check this out. Fucking Saturn, no gravity.
And then when I look down at the top, it makes the actual hexagon that NASA.
The hexagon.
Without any gravity. And you'll see that you get a surface of the sphere on the inside with the heavier particles. So the color.
Basically saying, is this saying that you guys?
This is a particle simulation of the physics involved in making up the planet Saturn. Wow. Like all
the universe consisted of waves and particles.
And those are the heavier ones creating the shell of the planet. And then the outside that are fluid is creating the counteration of the atmosphere.
What did we just read? The unfortunate said about once these atoms lead to what's the name? Once these atoms enter and develop on this plane and they move out of that plane of existence. Well, no, I don't think I read that to y'all. Well, she basically behind shells, but she also did talk about how the planet becomes the atoms leave. Now the planet evolutionary next cycle of atoms to come in to inherit those certain stresses. When stresses come into existence, they create a sphere, nigga. They create a planet. Moves along onto that planet and goes through the same stresses that the last atoms that have evolved. You can call them humans if you want to. Have evolved and moved up. Now they come in and pick up where they left off at. Oh, come on, bro. Come on, bro. All right, so basically, he had a model to prove that it ain't no gravity. It's electricity, it's mass, and it's magnetism. Now, this is his design right here called the lynch pins. I told y'all he created this out of the tree of life. When you looking from a different perspective, he made it out of those three little what's the name, so it looked like a triangle. He broke it down like how you think the pyramid is actually straight lines. But if you look at, they got photos and videos talking about like how when the sun or the moon hit the pyramid a certain way, instead of it being three sides, it's actually six sides. So in between each side is actually another point popping out. And this is what his design shows. If I can get to these videos and show you, this ain't got no sound, so don't worry about it. Lynch pins, they latch in together. Look, just like molecules. Imagine around those little spots that's like empty, that's where a bubble would sit. That are being is actually the between the bubbles, the latent space, the dormant space that, come on, bro. Those symbols, the little triangle looking things, that's the top of the tree of life. Not the tree. So they bonding, right? Let's look at this one, see if this one a bond. There go right there, that symbol right there. That symbol right there. And they bonding around it. You can use that space and create. He didn't create it flying shit that can fly. Shit you said you can use for cranes instead of using cranes. Like you can carry heavy loads and shit with the shit. And whatever else he used with the design, he created the augmented reality. Way down now. There they go right there. Stop. Just stop. Just stop. Damn. Oh, damn, dog. This shit do not want to work in our favor. Let's see if I hit one button. Just hit it one time. I just hit it one time. Boom. There go that symbol right there. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the middle, right? What is the unfortunate showing us when I told y'all the atoms move up? The what's the names? I like it. But she got it right here. And that's on the third plane. Right here. Hopefully y'all can see it. If y'all can't, fuck it, man. I'm trying. But it's that right there what she's explaining. That's on the third plane right there. How these atoms evolve and move up. And these are just natural shapes in the universe. But nobody wants to do it. These folks that in the triangle I was telling you about, looking at it from a different angle. You get a whole different angle, looking at shit from a different perspective. You can grasp a whole new reality. This is what it's about when you talking about becoming conscious, bro. Look at your reality from a whole. Your reality will change. As one of the inventors of QED, I don't know what this is, y'all, but we're gonna figure it out. As one of the inventors of QED, don't go too far. I remember that we thought of QED in 1949 as a temporary and jerry-built structure. Probably meant like niggery, but with mathematical inconsistencies and renormalized infinites swept under the rug years before some more solidly built theory will replace it. Now, 57 years have gone by, and that ramshackle structure still stands. Whoever the fuck said that. Damn. All right, we ain't finna play this. Could read all that, but mm, don't ain't that what he's showing you how that motherfucker set up? How he using his design in alignment. When you learn the laws of the universe, you just get in alignment with them and use it to your advantage. He basically said in his video, let's go down here. He basically, I mean, this is exact words. No difference in humans and plants other than the pressurized conditions and motions of conditions on a molecular level. It's no difference. He's like, our basis is like iron and plants basis, center basis is magnesium. It ain't no difference except the pressurized zone that we in, which creates your level of evolution. I wish I had more on what he said about that, but that was that, right? So my thing was like, okay, let's see what he's talking about with. And I want to pull up this design for y'all. It may take. I shouldn't even be trying to do this because this shit here gonna get on my nerve. Let me see. Um. Oh, boom. There we go. Tower shooter PDF. Because he's saying don't know gravity exists. This is just electricity and magnet, masculine and feminine principles. But just instead of magnet in, he's and if we go back to the ring cosmos, it is pulling in, right? But it's expanding the middle. Expanding. The middle point is expanding. And let's look at this. Damn, it brought me right to the right page. You've been having us shooting. I'm just sick of trying to do this shit. Show the picture on my book, right? So what this nigga is talking about is the microcosm and the macrocosm. What the unfortunate is talking about is the microcosm and the macrocosm. The microcosm is the universe. The macrocosm is the cosmos. The cosmos is bigger than a microcosm, the universe. The universe is a miniature version of the macrocosm. Everything she's talking about in the cosmic doctrine. So you and Terrance Howard actually said the universe is finite. And I'm gonna know what she says in the cosmic doctrine. The universe is finite. So over here in this book, down is what? The individual soul. I feel it in my soul. I don't know, because once we break down what Purusha actually is, Purusha don't do shit but observe. Your soul don't do shit but observe. It don't have no experiences. All the experiences happen over here to the creative aspect, right? Then you got Buddhi, the higher self, the intellect, the highest level that the mind goes to in his creatrix, right? But it's just a reflection of the soul. So even the higher self is a reflection of the individual soul. But even Purusha is just a reflection of pure consciousness, pure awareness, which Purusha is, which would be called Shiva in their terminology. They gave it humanoid breakdown so humans can understand it. These are not people. Then you got Shakti, which is pure energy, which is the feminine principle, moving. So if we get over here and break down what Terrence Howard has been saying, what the cosmic doctrine is saying, what all the ancient Vedic texts, she expands the feminine principle, expands what this nigga has been thinking and observing, the blueprint he's come up with. She takes it and expands it. Well, we ain't gonna take because we got to take it out of human shit, right? When a man supposed to go out and build the world, and a woman do this and that. Let's not even get into that because I don't think you really need to apply that to these cosmic understandings. You don't need to apply that to these cosmic understandings, and I once did, right? I once did, but that's actually taking the steam of this shit here. So, Prakriti is the pure energy force that creates. Obviously, the woman creates, but she cannot create without Purusha. The two have to go together. Here's the yin and yang. The masculine and the feminine energy has to go together. If he is not paying attention to her, she lies dormant. If the masculine principle is not aware of the feminine principle, she does nothing. And he does nothing but self-reflect. But since he has something to observe, he plays the game. It's like at the strip club, you got something to observe. If the niggas ain't in the strip club throwing money and paying attention to the bitches won't dance. Same shit. If the soul is not paying attention to all this ass that's shaking over here and the creatrix, like Terrence Howard said, hey, this shit right here, it's all about cyclical. Why do you think ancients, when they in an aspect, they use the woman with curvature? Well, none of that straight body shit. What? Ain't nobody paying attention to what Terrence Howard say. He said that somebody, Alan, attracted to a Euclidean that brings balance to the universe, nigga. The universe is not straight; it's curvature, which becomes cyclical, becomes spiral, which becomes spherical after a certain amount of pressure has been done and added, nigga. So Pakri, and out of her you get all this shit: the intellect, the amkara, the ego, the chi, the manas, the analyzing aspect of shit. Because I forgot what cheetah means, and I also don't think I wrote it down, which I didn't. But it's okay. It's probably over here. I don't feel like looking for it. We ain't even got to, because we making a point. This is what we living in down here. Remember they talk about Maya, the illusionary force, but what they actually talk about in Samkhya Darshan is actually, it's not the illusionary force, it's the limitation force. It's limits. And Terrence Howard actually spoke about how the universe is not infinite. It's obviously not, because it's the universe down here. It's finite. It's finite because it's something else up here. Cosmos. The universe, miniature cosmos. Let me show you a better picture. It's not close as that. You better see it as clear. But let's look here, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen. See, make sure it's showing up. That's your universe right there, sitting inside 12 planes of experience. I mean, 7 planes of experience inside of a 12 angle, just like the zodiac sign. It's just giving a smaller version. It's miniature. It's going through its evolution. It's going through its processes and stresses inside of the cosmos. What do we see up there? We getting to see the same showing. It's showing. All right. explains the feminine aspect. Let's see. And this is how I broke it down. Okay. So check this to line up with the ancient text. They said if your group okay, you should be able to see that in all the ancient texts around the world, because principles don't change. So why he broke down like contraction, right? So we got Shiva, he meditates, or Shiva meditates. That's the story. He's meditating. And Shakti is the only one that can get him out of that meditation because he starts paying attention to her, pure energy, right? So let's break it down in human terms, right? He's meditating. What do? You go inward. Electricity, and electricity contracts. That's lining up. That's what he's saying. Electricity. Hold up. Matter of fact, let's see. This is what Terrence Howard said. Einstein coupled electricity together. The electricity is the equal and opposite of magnetism. It's equal and opposite. So it's the cause and the effect. So cause and effect. What we just break down about cause and effect. Cause and effect come pre-packaged together. Cause and effect are one and the same. The cause, the effect is wrapped up. Einstein didn't get that. This nigga just spelling shit. Einstein talk about rules of relativity. Nigga, it's electricity. Electricity is radiation, and radiation expands the molecules. Expands. Walter Russell said that. He broke down. Now let's look. Shiva meditate his consciousness to a single still point, inward, electric. Okay. Then we got Shakti, the feminine aspect of Shiva, over here. Right? Pure energy is movement. Shakti come and dance with him. Yeah. Yeah. Now that nigga, oh shit, whatever you want, girl, I do it. You want a crib? I got you. Want some kids? I got you. Want to move? I got you. Want me to stop being around the homies? I got you. He's the feminine aspect of the one, right? And what does she do? What's going on? Shiva Shakti is motion and movements, and she ends up magnifying. She wants to end up magnifying and expanding. She wanted kids. She didn't want to live how they was living. She wanted a house, right? She wanted a house, and she also is a story in a Shiva Mahaprana where they talk about moving around on this bull or whatnot, and she like, man, what's going on? What's up with the world and all these people suffering? We need to go out there. Like, what can we do to help them? You the God of all gods. Like, why we ain't out there helping? We need to go out there and expand. Listen to what I'm talking about. What he's saying. We go out there and help them and give them a way to liberation. They call moksha, liberation. So what does that do? Expand the consciousness of the physical existence. So they all whatever, and she is down here, right? She's down here too. Prakriti and she and Shakti, same thing, just in two different levels of pressurization. Two different levels of pressurization that he broke down over here with this. He's like, this is the human hemoglobin, and this is the plant chlorophyll. Hemoglobin of blood, plant blood. Two different existences. Same thing, really, but just in two different pressurizations, right? Two different types of pressurizations or stresses. We've talked about stresses, right? Then, hold up. So, really, what all this shit is about is perspective. That's what all this conscious shit is about. It's about perspective. That's what I'm telling you. You got to be able to change your fucking perspective on life. If you want something new, you want something different. You got to be able to change the way all the spiritual information you thought you knew and you thought you had and you thought this and that. Time to change, switch it up. Go find a challenge. Somebody saying some shit that you may not agree with, that may you feel uncomfortable. That certain shit, and I can't remember now. He was talking about the soul. Yeah, the soul. 3 levels to it. So, nigga, what you talking about? I took that challenge of mine to be able to know, like, my teachers panicked and Bobby Hemming told sitting there getting shit that you agree with all day, that you can say amen to. You ain't learning a goddamn thing. You talking about you just hearing some shit that you already heard just to boost your ego that you know you right. Yeah. You got to be able to change your perception. You better look at shit differently from a different angle. That's what I'm doing with his linchpin method. He's looking at the tree of life from a different way. The space in between the bubbles. Nigga, when bubbles, you look like they touching, but they're some latent space right in between. I'm like, damn, we can use this shit to move shit through the fabric of ether and stop going against shit, making square verse works. Everything has a curve, nigga. We have been fooled by our senses. That's what Terrence Howard said. We've been fooled by our senses. That's what we studying in Tawa Shooting. That's what we studying in Samkhya Darshan. This is what this is up here. We have been fooled. We have been limited. We have been limited by our senses. Let's see. Because I'm gonna break down um how the elements limit us. Our senses. You getting fooled by your senses. Because I'm gonna break down what it is. I don't know about heart, which I probably should, but I don't. Kiss my ass. Okay, so we got the 5 concachas, right? The 5 concachas. Every random illusionary realm. It's not. It's a limiting force, right? And it's responsible for limits. And actually, they call these the Vita Tattvas, the subtle elements responsible for nation, right? And here they go right these down, right? Because in food type elements coincide with what? Look, we got yeah, yeah. Look at all this shit over here. These are the elements. These are the 5 Tattvas right here. But where they were, it just don't mean like ooh rocks. You got gold. You got uranium. No, these the elements right here that they talking about here. All the rest of them come up out of this. These over here, the top ones. Akasha, which is ether, responsible for the void in space. That's what Terrence Howard is tapping into to be able to move through the ether, right? Then Vayu, which is the air, responsible for perpetual motion. Listen, y'all. Fire, responsible for heat. When you do this, you're using 2 elements. You're using air and fire, creating heat. Then you got Appas, the water responsible for fluidity. It's fluid, motion, moving fluidly, nigga. It's still water. You gotta be able to recognize these type of shit. That's why they have us doing the top with shooting meditation. It's a meditation to this because you actually visualize all the symbols of these. Here are the symbols for all those elements, all 5 of them in one, and we breaking them down. We did Appas. Parithi, um, Parithvi, which is earth, heavy shit, not physically heavy neither, like just dense shit that's contracted together. Remember, I said certain stresses create a sphere, a certain plane of existence. These are the elements, right? And these elements they all coincide with taste, touch, smell, feel, see. All of those correspond with these towers, right? And then over here we got the five concoctions, right? Now this is what limits us. I'm going through this because this is what because we still Terrance Tower. He break. Hey, why did these scientists create these and this and this and that? You have this man who's led by his ego, his conscious mind, right? So if I identify with this, I don't identify with that. I can't perceive that, so it must not exist. So now we're gonna knowledge, which they I thought I had it pulled up. Because you got something called pramana, Pramana, which is right knowledge, direct perception, and testimony, nigga. They weren't doing it. They were doing it. The science on thousands of years. But these niggas, what they want to run the world and put it in their mind and train you to go to school like that. The monetary false knowledge, bro. It don't align with universal principles. It don't align with universal principles. Well, okay, we write the kala. I don't know how to say it, so I'm saying it the best way I can. The kala, it limits force of Kriya Shakti. What's that? The power to do all. So, because we talking about, we got to understand, God, we actually guys down here. But to be able to create this pressurized experience down here for us to be able to evolve into something new outside of the great, right? We had to place ourselves within limits, right? So what's Kriya, right? The activating force. So pure energy activating force, because it's called Kriya Shakti, right? That's what it's limiting. That's what Kala is limiting. Energy, the active energy force, it limits it. So you just can't do all the things you want to do, right? Then Avijja Vidya limits Avijja Vidya. Avijja Vidya limits force of the Jnana Shakti. What's Jnana Shakti? The knowing force. It limits the knowing force energy. It limits that. That's what that does. So you can't know every goddamn thing. You limit it to knowing every goddamn thing that's going on up here. You limited to get to knowing everything up here. It's not Maya, it's not the illusionary force, she's the limiting force, which is needed, as the unfortunate said in the fucking cosmic doctrine. It's needed. You need to be limited. Then you got Ragya, limits the Icha Shakti. What's the Icha Shakti? The willing force. You know, to have will, self-will, to will something into existence. And what does that do? It creates, this is how it limits. This is how Ragya limits. It creates desire, stop discontentment, getting attachments. This motherfucker Raja deal, that's probably the hardest one for everybody. Attachments. We attach to our body. We attach to the way we look. We attach to the type of ways we react to certain situations that pop up. I'm a act. She a bad bitch. She attached to ways that she see and feel bad bitches should react. I'm that type of love. I'm attached to the way that I want my woman to be, or you fuck with you want them to be, right? Or perfectionists, they attached to making shit to the perfect, most perfect. And you know, perfectionists always do, because I was one. You fuck around and done trying to make everything fucking perfect. That's why I'm just doing this shit. I ain't trying to make this shit perfect. It just needs to be done the way it needs to be done. Mm. So, and then you got the kala, kala, kala. Limits by creating time. Uh-oh. Delusion of time. The limits of time come in right here. Birth, growth, ripening, waning, and death, causing changes in life. Right? Five senses. All this shit correlates with the five senses. Niyati, limits by create. Oh, this one. Niyati, limits by creating, binding humans. What? A cycle of life and death, and it limits free will. Cycles. What are we sitting here talking about? What are we sitting here talking about with Terrence Howard? Cyclical. He said the universe is not a straight line. All this shit is cyclical. This is on point, bro. I got nothing bad to say about him. I ain't got nothing bad to say about him. Let's see what else we got. And he was breaking down. They said the universe is there. They created the planet Saturn with no gravity, just vortexes, right? And they said the universe is creating from outside in. That's what we just went through with the cosmic doctrine. It's coming from the outside to the in, to the inside. The inside, and then the inside of it, because the universe comes out of the Logordio, or it comes out of the cosmos, and then goes through stages, and then you get a universe, and then you get a planet, then you get the inhabitants of the planet. It's created in, right? Oh, we, and then what it say? Um, the is contracting. And I thought about it, right? But it down with simple math. Like once he did the multiplication of 1 times 1, it's actually 2. Like, damn, that's common sense. So let's think about this. When we do math, 1 contracts itself into another 1. 1 is electric. 1 contracts itself into another 1, then it becomes the 2. Then it creates the 2 from the outside to the inside, and something new is created. It's contracting. 1 is pulling another 1 in. Then we get 2. It's contracting. When it contracting, almost sounds like subtracting, but it's actually expanding itself. They're expanding. This one is expanding, that one's expanding. Once the force brings it in, boom, they get together and they expand. Now they 2. Come on, bro. Um, and he was breaking down, like, he basically broke his whole thing down about, like, it's based off like the molecular structure of hydrogen. Where you go? The molecular structure of hydrogen. The molecular structure of hydrogen actually coincides with this. I'm probably going to this page. Hold up. The electrical structure, the molecular structure of hydrogen actually coincides with the flower, which he whole models off of. He got drones that see, and I brought this up. Drones actually fly at tangential angles. The same exact shit that I got from my dream. Terrence Howard got something of sort. And come to find out, this is a tangential angle right here. It has its listen, this is the negative side, the electric, and the positive side, the magnetic. Nigga, we on the same page. Oh my God. How this is gonna be used, stay the fuck tuned. Stay the fuck. Come on. I'm trying to pull Terrence Howard shit up. Yo, angle. I swear to God, somebody gonna fuck with me on this one. Y'all gonna have to fuck with me on this one. Somebody gonna feel me. Like, damn. Not me, but goddamn Terrence Howard and the connections I'm making to what's going on in the text. Synchronicity. With what the fuck is going on? Some folks just talking. Yes. God damn, I'm talking. Some folks ain't in sync. Some niggas still talking about 6 protons, 6 electrons, 6 neutrons. You are carbon. You are. It's not evil. That's carbon. You carbon beings. They carbon-based beings. I still see that shit on my timeline. But fuck what? We moving through different planes of existence. Hold up. Some gonna show up. Tight shit this nigga building. It look like it ain't. I don't know what that one does. He didn't pull that shit out on Joe Rogan show. Oh, I couldn't really tell you. So, damn, I can't play it. Tangential, omnidirectional, any way. It can fly any fucking way without having to go around like it ain't no of the plane. None of instantly, simultaneously. Got something that a new geometry provided of data, nigga. Come on, geometry of the proton in the tetryon. I think that's what he's calling his what's the name. Hold up, y'all. I want you to know this nigga type shit. I fuck with him, bro. There go his patents. He got all his patents. All his patents that all these big companies use and stole it from my nigga, bro. Come on, just go. Just go. He even created lights with this shit. Let's see. I don't think you need no sound for it. There that shit go again, bro. Nigga need to learn how to be still, or I should have just used Chrome. I didn't know if it was gonna fuck up what we. My computer ain't slow if that's what y'all thinking. My computer, it moves normal. But God, bruh. That's on my mama, on my hood. I look fly, I look good. Touch my swag, wish you could. My nigga Terrence Howard, he did good. Completing his life mission. You know what I'm saying? Here I am. You know what I'm saying? In my 30s. Damn, like, motherfucker asked me, like, okay, so what you gonna do with all that knowledge? Like, nigga just 30 and finally accepting his purpose. Finally accepted. It ain't even been a year yet for me. I mean, completely accepting. I've been into the occult information and the spiritual information and the conscious information. But as far as it goes, just complete accepting, nigga, I've been trying to be a rapper since fucking 14. I gotta still shave that shit off. I've done it. Maybe it's some more that still hide in the subtleties of me. You get what I'm saying? But nigga, fuck that rap shit. It's enough rappers, bro. Let's see if this one. Well, none of that actually wants to work, y'all. So we showed y'all his linchpins bonding. He showed y'all how they showed you gravity is just an effect. Gravity is not the cause. And it talks about in the Samkhya Darshan book how you gotta correlate the causes, the effect with the right cause. And if it ain't correlating, that's not the fucking cause. Niggas don't know what they talking about. And I'm talking about the top scientists of the world don't know what the fuck they talking about. The top scientists of the world what they talking about. Recordings just talking about. Ooh, the actor. So you know I'm gonna take him serious. Let's get down to the bottom then they want to play. We're gonna pull out some more shit. Using linchpin geometry for accomplishing tangential flight. Angle flight. Tangential is when certain things. Okay, so what I found out is with this symbol that came to me in my dream, and then I finally read Cosmic Doctrine, which I never heard of until Trav brought this shit up. I never even owned a book from Dion Fortune. Now I'm loaded up on her shit. Tangential is when these certain attract together. They attract together. They kinfolk. They attract together, vibe with you, and they do exactly this type shit that you see in a flower of life. And they move in sequence. Now, step this way, step that way, step this way, step. Are we locked in? Step this way, step that way, step. And they step. That's what tangential are. That's what tangential means to the definition. I remember now. So all those hexahedrons, where you think they get the 5-point star from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Niggas think it's evil. You niggas have no fucking idea what you're talking about. I see conscious niggas still saying this shit. You say, look, they got the bar from it, and this damn panic, bro. Panic, Bobby. Panic, bro. That shit, bro. Hours that shit. And niggas still running around here saying it's like, bro, what is it? Niggas just want an enemy. These niggas just want to have an enemy. These niggas just want somebody to be the goddamn devil. The linchpin, a novel geometry for modular. Nigga, we can create a whole new way to fly. You see this shit happening with the Boeing jets and shit. Drones, swarm, mid-air docking, UAV, flying structures, linchpin, tangential flight, omnidirectional flight, modular drones. Yeah, Howard T. Yeah, Terrance Howard, nigga. What they talking about? We can change all this shit. None of that shit is against nature. Fuck niggas. Look, he breaking it down. Linchpin geometry derived from my elements shown on the left. He got a he break. Look, all that shit is in the flower life, bro. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The hexahedron that's sitting on top of the goddamn planet Saturn, and they built it off that model. They recreated the whole planet Saturn. Look, he got the math. When they got the map, that's what them little flying things look like. A whole bunch of decahedrons. Isodecahedron. Hopefully I'm saying it right, bro. Somebody correct me. I don't know. I'm not very profound with all the words, but you know what the fuck I'm talking about. As you can see, I got like 2 hours of this shit. We talking about this shit. He got the map to this shit. You know what I'm saying? So let me wrap this up. Let's see what else he got. All right, what does he say? Um, gravity is greater. Gravity greater the mass, the greater the attraction. But he gave an example, right? And then he gave an example. He was like, if that's the case, how this Earth, this massive ass Earth, could you take a small balloon, put on your clothes, create electricity, some little dirt or dust, and it pulls it up off? Then that this gravity, the answer, what gravity is greater the mass, the greater the attraction. That can't be true. This balloon is fucking small. He's saying it's not gravity. It's not gravity. It is electricity and magnetism that's creating the attraction, nigga. Some cool shit that I like at the end. He was like, bro, if an animal in nature wasn't if an animal wasn't supposed to have horns, nature wouldn't have gave it. And he's using that with the information that he's bringing out and putting out now. So he wouldn't be able to put it out no other time for other than the time when it was supposed to be put out. This information wouldn't be available. And I look at this group, right? If a nigga wasn't supposed to run this information, a person as a conscious person who's actually doing the work and the studying practice, if it wasn't, we have it. Because one thing I've learned fucking with Travis, like, bro, you gotta understand, like, this Vedic information, the hemisphere as far as America and all this shit, we just now getting this shit like 100 years old, bro. This shit has only been over like the past 100 years. It's only been able to spread through America over the past 100 years. This shit ain't old. This shit ain't new. I mean, both of those things. Damn, that's crazy. Even though none of that was what I was trying to say. Right, this shit ain't old and this shit ain't new. But it's new to us over here. And it's old information. Everything's fucking, even that crazy. This information that's being used here with the deep detail that this Vedic shit, this yoga shit, this tantric shit is breaking down. This is new, bro. This is sending me to another level. I don't know about nobody else. I keep putting it out there because I know it's a nigga out there or a real bitch out there just like me. When they hear a nigga keep, okay, fuck this, I gotta go get it. Let me see what's up with this shit, bro. Let me see what's up with this shit. This nigga keep saying this shit. Look at his team. Where you niggas at? I ain't no scientist. You niggas gonna have to get past that black and white shit if you trying to do some shit for humanity like this, like like niggas want to do. There's other motherfuckers out here who trying to go with the same exact thing with getting humanity back on the path that's cyclical, spiral. Let's see what else we got on him. Okay, that's it. That's his website. And Joe Rogan said some shit at the end too that I want to speak on. Let me go on and close this down. We done with this. Hold up. Because this is from my perspective as well, and I agree. Rogan said. What Joe Rogan said, there's a lot of confidence in mankind, and people are aware that something is going wrong. No one can put their finger on it. Now listen, the type of work that I do, how I make money, I meet more than your average. I meet more people than in a close proximity, to the point where people are damn near forced to conversate with me over the last, and just random. Somehow, no way niggas try to talk shit about any just some regular shit like what's the world going through right now. But I end up meeting motherfuckers, bro, and a lot. And I'm not talking about no 20, 30, 40, 50. I'm talking about 100, 200 motherfuckers I done met, the least. The very least. I'm very much so low on this shit. The people that I meet, random people, different races, everybody's aware that something is fucked up. Shit. But they don't know the subtle things. They're not subtle shit. I'm on this level of paying attention to the subtle shit. Shit is unbalanced. But if it wasn't supposed to be like this, it wasn't supposed to be like this. So this is sending us into another pressure rise zone where we evolve to go to that plane Dion Fortune's talking about. In Talk with Shooty, or the Agora book, it speaks about the man's physical body is done evolving. He's not evolving on that level no more. He's evolving on a mental level. Are you evolving on a mental level? Because that's your way up out this motherfucker. Terrance Hyde even spoke about that. Like, bro, they not going to Mars. Ain't nobody going to Mars and Venus and none of that shit. That's a whole different pressurized zone, and it ain't meant for our level of evolution. We at. Nobody's going nowhere. Nobody's going outside to space. It don't even fucking make sense. You not. They not. It's here. Another dimension through this. A different pressurized zone or different density through the mind. This is how we evolve. I'm picking up a lot of people, and I met people from every fucking continent. And we end up having these type conversations that everybody knows something not right about the fucking world. But if you look at it, it's actually the universe, and it's actually playing out right if you want to be quite honest, because there ain't no enemies. I don't got no enemies. I don't believe in no enemies. It ain't the cracker. The cracker ain't my enemy. Them motherfuckers lost. Just like a lot of my niggas. When I say my niggas, not my personal niggas, but niggas, nigga. A lot of people. So, Joe Rogan said, I mean, well, in Terrance Howard closing remarks was like, the best advice you can give somebody is this: when you meet a person, understand that they're small to God in, or they are small to God. I dropped that in my other video. That's how I live life. I ain't got no enemies, because I can see that there's many different attributes of God playing out. It don't matter if you're gay. It don't matter if you're straight. It don't matter if you're a rapist or the worst of the worst, which I obviously fuck, or a woman. That's hard for people to wrap around their mind. Like, God, it comes out of God. And you giving God a human level of understanding, you're not gonna get it. Of course. Because you limited your five senses. What Terrence Howard say? You limited by your five senses. You've been duped. You've been finessed. You've been hoodwinked by your five. Your ego, part that tries to identify everything, can't step outside of his perception. It's gonna block. It's limiting. That's the Maya force. It's limiting the knowing. What did we break down? Hold up. Avijja limits the force of Jnana Shakti, or the. And some people are even lower on that scale. Terrence Howard, bro. Fuck with Terrence Howard. Fuck these rappers. Fuck these actors. Protect that nigga. Protect that nigga. That nigga needs protection. You know what I'm saying? Like, god damn, that's the whole fool call. And that's how it is with me. That's how it is with you. I know people in your vicinity expect you to be on this level of information, this level of conscious awareness. Because you look like a regular nigga. It should look like a nigga when I'm outside. Move like a regular nigga. They fuck around and find me on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, or we had them conversations then. If it's right. Because I'm not trying to push the cosmic pimping on nobody. We pimping. We not getting pimped by the system of this planet. So this, as I always say, hopefully my name is no obstacles will apprehend you. Prosper over pain. Obstacles will apprehend you. Prosper over pain. No obstacles will apprehend you. Prosper over pain.